Happy Friday, the weekend is finally showing up, and in this video I want to cover the market update. I want to also talk about the share price from AMC, the price action since the last couple of weeks, and why I don't see in it actually a bad thing necessarily, because bad news has now became good news. And here's why. Well, if you really pay attention to what happened to the market, choppy session, up, down, intraday, and finally a little bit flat, except maybe for the NASDAQ, which actually lost more, a little bit over 0.5%. And when you look at the rates, the interest rates, I mean, the US 10-year, which is kind of the benchmark on the bond market, is actually ticking up, passing the whole level of 1.5. 1.5 is considered to be a little bit high. So anything above 1.5, it's definitely showing signs of some pressure into the other parts of the economy. And that pressure is coming actually from the energy sector, because I mean, the oil is continuing to go up. And we also, I mean, even though we do have the debt ceiling issue kind of fixed, right now all eyes are back to inflation, because not only we did have some numbers around the job market today, the number of job market addition for the month of September, and it wasn't good at all. It wasn't good because the market was expecting 500,000 new openings, non-farm jobs. But actually, it came out to be short of even 200,000, a little bit over 194,000. So, guys, this is a bad news for the economy, because on one side, it means, well, there are not enough people to actually fill some of the job demands out there. And this is because the unemployment money, the unemployment aid, just went away a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it went away the last September. So it's bad news for the side of the economy, because it fuels the whole inflation thing. Because if companies cannot find people to actually work in order to make money and prices are soaring, I mean, it's definitely a bad recipe for an economic growth. And that's why I think bad news are actually weighing on the market. But it's also good news when it comes to the Fed tapering, the Fed removing the money from the stimulus, all right? Because the job market, it's really what the Fed is looking at before actually getting into action. Even though they mentioned that they're going to start tapering in November, the very fact that we do have still indicators showing that the job market is not really as strong as maybe the Fed or the economists are wanting it to be, it's a sign that maybe they are not going to taper as soon as the overall market is expecting them to start. So a little bit of relief there, and that's why I think we saw a little bit of green today. But I mean, it's also Friday and a recipe for a flat day. Now, how does this correlate with AMC? Well, AMC, when you look at the price action today, I mean, another green and red day, almost kind of like what the market did. And for the last 2 or 3 trading sessions, it seems like AMC is now back to following the markets, even though that's not really a trend per se, or really accurate, because it's just 2 or 3 days. Now, when you look at where we are, or where we're sitting for the last month, we are going back and forth between the low 30s and the high 30s. Low 30s, high 30s. So to me, it's not necessarily a bad thing that AMC is still trading around the low 30s, because it means on that range, it's a little bit of a consolidation actually happening. And when you look at the short interest going back up and flirting with the all-time high, I mean, the very last time we had the short interest this high was right before we jumped all the way to the all-time high of 72, all right? And also when we did had some run to the 50s, the short interest was also ticking up a little bit. So it should be something that actually excites us, because some of the shorts, the little shorts, came here on the run down from the 70s, and right now it's not going back down as fast or as big as they wanted them to. So I mean, the buying pressure is still there, and I'm going to post another video maybe tonight or tomorrow, showing another illustration of how bad dark pool is on the share price of AMC. So that will wrap up this market update for today, and I will see you in the next one.